Alright, my people, welcome back. You have had disappointment to the north. Arewa Consultative Forum to Buhari. Well, this is another one we are getting. Alright, and then onto this. Apparently worried about rising cases of killings and then kidnapping in the country, particularly in the northern region. The National Publicity Secretary of Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, Mr. Emmanuel Yahweh, has said that President Muhammadu Buhari was a disappointment to the North for failing to put an end to insecurity as promised during his presidential campaigns. Alright, onto this. In this interview with Sunday Sun, Mr. Yahweh also added that the forum knows those behind kidnapping and then killings in the region, saying, "We all know there is a network that spans the civil society, the military, the legislature, and the executive that do not want this season of insecurity to end as such. Insecurity in the country has become so alarming in recent times. How worried are you, and what do you think is the way out?" Well, if you have been reading our press outings, which I believe you have, because you are one reporter that has reported our activities consistently and then correctly, you know we are still worried about the security situation in the country, more so when the man who is president is not only a war-tested general but a former military head of state. How can you advise our government headed by a man with these intimidating security credentials? Some of us who played some peripheral role in his coming to power in 2015 feel rather let down by the current turn of events. The ACF has said this over and over again. We have said it loud and clear that the security situation is very bad. We have said it not silently that Nigerians and particularly Northerners are not safe. What needs to be done is the political will to handle the matter. Sadly, the government, both state and federal, are deficient in this. Alright, and then as it says, we all know there is a network that spans the civil society, the military, the legislature, and the executive that do not want a season of insecurity to end. The reasons they are doing these evil machinations are difficult to see. If the political will is there, this dangerous network can be disbanded. Nigeria cannot be as helpless and hopeless as we appear to be at the moment. Well, according to a question being asked, says educational development in the north is facing serious setback in view of frequent abduction of students by bandits in the region. What is the implication of this? And then he answered by said, well, as I said before, the north is worse off than the south in terms of security. This madness of mass theft of school children, particularly girls, began in Chibok, Borno State during Goodluck Jonathan's era as president. Now it has become a new normal. Northern secondary school students are casually stolen in the raids, which have become very frequent and then headed into the bush as if they are wild animals. In some cases, like in that of a private university in Kaduna, students are moved down as it were with guns. We at the ACF are traumatized with this development, more so because it will scare away and has already scared away from schools, parents and students in our region that has always been lagging behind the South educationally. Alright, and then some people have urged that neither the ruling party APC nor the major opposition party, PDP, can take Nigeria to the promised land. And do you foresee alternative to APC and PDP, a kind of third force in 2023 election? All right, the answers goes thus. Well, the ACF is a mixed bag. We have APC, PDP, and the politicians from all the registered political parties in the forum. We will not disrupt the harmony and then camaraderie we currently enjoy in the forum by passing such harsh judgment on the existing political parties. Those proposing a third force should come out with it and let us all see it in the open and then in broad daylight. We cannot buy a cat hidden in a sealed bag. What are we going to do if it turns out we bought an empty bag? In life, there is always an alternative. Life itself has an alternative. If you are tired of life, you die. Okay, all right. Most Nigerians are calling for new breed politicians, saying that old politicians have been recycled over and over again, which has not actually propelled the needed political development of the country. What is your take here? All right, the answer goes thus. It says, well, this thing about new breed politicians has been on since the former military president Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida days. Nobody gives you power on a platter of gold, even though our great Zeke said we got power from our colonial masters, the British, on a platter of gold. The new breed should not expect power as Father Christmas doles out gifts. They have to struggle and maybe grab it. Right. Well, some Nigerians have called for dialogue rather than use of force by government to end separatist agitations across the country. What do you think is the way out? Well, the way out is to use both those who want dialogue as a way of getting out of Nigeria should be spoken to. They may have a point or two after all, but is pulling out of Nigeria the answer? Can we try and persuade them not to dissemble the most populous black nation on planet Earth? We can dialogue for those who take up arms against their father's land. We believe they are calling for hell. We can only appeal to government to give them some holy hell so as to let peace-loving Nigerians have some peace. Too much blood has been shed on behalf of Nigeria. Anybody who wants to shed more blood to achieve his ambition to destroy Nigeria must be ready to shed his own first. All right. Well, should dialogue also be applied in finding solutions to banditry and kidnapping? Yes, dialogue should apply to bandits and insurgents too. Well, it is believed that ACF has a big role to play in ensuring that North retain power in 2023. Don't you think other Nigerians will accuse you, the Forum, of regional bias? Well, the answer goes thus. It says, well, we indeed feel flattered if you say we have a big role to play in who emerges Nigerian president in 2023. We are not saying and have never said the North must produce the president. We want a president who understands the North. We don't care if such a president is from the North, from the South, or even the sky or moon. In the recent history of Nigerian Northerners can today beat their chest that they have voted massively for two Southerners to win presidential elections. One, Chief Abiola, a wealthy Yoruba Muslim. The other, Matthew Olusegun Obasanjo, a Yoruba Christian and former military head of state. The North is not as narrow-minded as people think. What if people accuse us of regional bias? We are Arewa, we are the North, we are not Kudu, we are not South, we are not ashamed of it. We are Northern Nigerians. And then so what? That is why we limit our admission of membership to only Northerners. Our brothers elsewhere are so short-sighted that before you are admitted, they carry you to a lab for a DNA test. To them, membership is a matter of genetics and then biology. We are not apologetic about our northern identity. All right, my people. Well, I think that's where I'm going to stop on this one. All right, onto this, you have had disappointment to the North Arewa Consultative Forum to Buhari. Well, my people, a lot have been said. What more can we say onto this? Meanwhile, let me have your take on this, my people, and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks always.